Well, it's that day of the week, that time of the day. Yeah, it's EU4 time, it's Jadd time, it's it's time to find the command again. Oh, boo. At least from what I remember, it's time to fight the command again. It's a it's stability. It's always reliable. It's never going to change. The command, they're always going to be with us, against us, somewhere. Honestly, if I do manage to wipe them out by the end of the campaign, I think that's gonna be something of a personal goal completed. I have a feeling. Except there is the chance that they will just keep growing. I conquer them from one side, and they grow to the other side. Well, they have sort of hit the ocean. That's the only thing stopping them a little bit. But we do have a bunch of claims on them now, so it's time for a proper big one. They also have a proper big army again, because of course they do. They finished quantity, so of course they have force limit more than they could ever need. Yeah, so let's see, where did we leave off? Yes, a bunch of infidels. Oh, Vex is big. Vex neighbors us now, I guess. Oh yeah, right over here in the pass. Honestly, if the Empire slowly unifies itself, is that better or is that worse for us? It's partially good. I'd say it's partially good. And okay, right, we are in a bit of a shitty war against Tarakar because our nice allies decided to pull us in for whatever reason. They decided to pull us in for whatever godforsaken reason. I guess we need to be sending over some troops to deal with this. It sure is an entire situation. We also currently are sitting on a single loan because our economy was... Well, yeah, our economy is... And damn, we are paying 14 in interest. Yeah, better pay that loan off. How much is it gonna be? 5k, sure. Yeah, economy is honestly not the best, and I kind of do not... Well, okay, I guess we'll see. Yeah, Sorel's Armada can be finished, but not yet. What the hell is this? The command is on the march. Huh? Also, why the hell is everything a bit laggy, a bit choppy? Feels like it at least. Here's hoping that it's only for a little bit. But yes, the command. Every 4th year, the Kenu Ike of the command meets to decide policy, make strategic decisions, and determine the course of the command's conquests. The successful conclusion of the previous campaign has heralded the arrival of another one, and this time it is aimed near us. Luckily, the command is not subtle with its direction. News of Hobgoblin troop movements have already made their way to our ears. Over the next few decades, the command will stop at nothing to conquer the territory it has set its sights on. None in the path of their claims will be safe. I guess, yeah, because they completed their conquest of the Dahui territory. I guess what region would this be? I guess the Yanshan... No, it's not really the Yanshan coast. I guess large parts of the Yanshan coast. So now they get to pick a new target. Okay, so they gain a... Oh, well, this is... Well, okay, this is the area that we just took from them, so not really anything new. We are not concerned with the affairs of lesser states. Well, I think for now I will call the command a worthy adversary. So, well, yeah, they have... I guess these are the claims. So, mostly they are just trying to retake territories they have conquered. Not many news there. Because if I remember correctly, our truce with them... Yeah, our truce with them has ended. So, at any moment something could start. How are we looking on tech? We are very close to military 24. The only problem is it's not really that impactful. A little bit of combat with the usual little amount of military tactics. And like, the further you get, the less impactful the .25 military tactics is really. And new forts, level 8 forts. Yeah, that's not really a big one. I guess after that, military 25 is gonna be new cannons, new improvements for cannons, so that's gonna be huge. Yeah. So this one, a bit lame. Means we can't really pick up an advantage against them. Well, I guess it also means they can't get an advantage over us, really. But, well, it should work out. Hello, Scott. How you doing? Ooh, disaster. Really? We have the possibility for a disaster? Court and country. Unrest lower than 1. Wait. Oh, we do have unrest above. Okay, I guess once overextension trickles down, we'll be below +1 unrest, and then that should be good. Can we stop the... Well, yeah, we just need to get unrest, or alternatively stability up to 3. Well, yeah, either of those is quite doable. Also, we do have some armies now in Busselar. I think these need to be shipped out. Also, just, yeah, why the hell did the Lake Federation have to call me into this? And now these bloody orcs, they're just rampaging. They're gonna take our capital, for fuck's sake. Oh well, not that it matters too much. Okay, let's see about shipping some troops out. We'll ship some troops out, send them over as reinforcements, just to the main continent. I guess shipping will be quicker than having them walk. Yes, stop telling me about the goblins. They're only trying to get places. They're only trying to get places. Stop telling me! Ah! Well, there is a decent amount of goblins. 100k or so. What's this? Imports compete with Jadd quality goods? Trade, steering... No, I'm pretty sure I like mercantilism. Give me mercantilism. A little bit of corruption. Yeah, it is funny that corruption literally just hasn't been a problem for most of the campaign. I think I haven't even thought about that number for the past, I don't know, 200 years. Which is quite nice. Quite nice. Usually it's a bit of an annoyance. Okay, there we go. Army on deck. No, actually, we are missing a few generals. Sure, we can hire at least one extra. Leslindle, what is this? Well, okay, gonna be good enough as a support general. You know, Scott, it may be surprising, but there are no nukes in a medieval fantasy game. Who would have thought? I don't even think we have anything close to... Well, like... no. I thought maybe some of the meteor strikes could be considered as like a magical nuke, but they don't really... They don't really work like that. Oh, and would you look at that? A fantastical festival. The temple complex in Mindanan is a sight to behold, as priests of the cloth and color launch into celebration around the base of one of the high temples. The festival has drawn people from all across the province, and even some beyond, as priests give alms to the poor, games are held, and laughter rings out in joyous jubilation. It is surely a sign of prosperity and plenty in Mindanan under our rule. One stability, and that gets us nicely back to +3 stability, which also gets rid of the potential disaster. So that's all nice and resolved. Oh, okay, and that's, well, those are sieges finished. So we can jump... Oh yeah, this army is caught out in the middle here. They do have a good general. They have a 6-6, which is a bit annoying, but we also have 5-6, so... not the worst. I guess we can help a little bit. Beat one army at least, if nothing else. Oh, what's this? Noble family feud. Just resolve it. Well, okay, we didn't entirely wipe them out. But they don't have anywhere to retreat, so we will wipe them out. Bop. Very nice. Job done. Well then, I hope you guys could finish up the rest. I don't want to be crawling into those tunnels and losing a whole lot of men to attrition. Wait, the Callistos, how... What are they doing? They have literally lost... They have twice as much... They have twice as many soldiers, but they have lost every battle they have engaged in. How the hell have they managed that? How have they... Well, you know, I sort of do not care. I have other business. I have bigger fish to fry. We need to get these armies. Everything needs to be moved over to the command. Get into some positions. Okay, we have a leaderless army. Well, okay, for now, stay as you are. We will see about it. Okay, also, I have been considering once we hit 100 army professionalism, I will actually start looking into doing drilling more seriously. Because if I calculated things correctly, we could get around... What was it? Around like 300% drill gain. So that should be substantial. Okay. Now, ooh. So this is not good, but it also could be good. So, the command has decided to start fighting Zhongji and Jiansang. Well, fighting, it's not gonna be much of a fight. How many claims do they have? They don't have that many claims, but they definitely will take more. Okay, so they are just, yeah, they're just gonna chew up the entirety of the northern continent. Ah, Christ. Ooh. But this looks interesting. So I assume somewhere they must have a land connection. They must have a land connection with the Callistos by now, which means if we pay off the debt of the Callistosoidal, they will actually agree to join in the war. That would be a big one. Just having them as a big old body blocker. And they also have a substantial army. But that would imply I have to help them finish off their current war. Plus, they are in debt, and I'm not willing to pay off their debt. It's too much, and they will no doubt rack it up again in no time. Well, okay. I think we're doing it the usual way, the hard way, the manual way. Also, actually, how big is our military at this point? 300k. They have 400. Okay, so it's not that far off. And we lost another general. No. Oh, what is this? These generals... Only 3 and 4, and then only 3 siege. You are not satisfactory, but... Sure, I don't know. Go to the front lines for the time being, at least. So, next. Right. How is the coring process going? Fine enough. Also, we are almost at the capacity for admin power. Well, military power is also very close. Well, okay, military power, we will take level 24 military tech ahead of time, even though it's not much, it's a little bit of a bonus. As for the admin, the next admin tech is good and all, but we don't really need it. It gives governing capacity, but... Well, actually, we are close to our cap as far as governing capacity goes, but we still have a little bit of space. Where else can we spend admin? Well, we will be doing Conquest very soon, so it will get spent there. Also, why the hell is income again? I guess trade is really low. Why is trade so low? I guess we have some trade ships parked, not doing anything, but we weren't making that much profit from our trade ships, really. Sure, go to K-Cam, and then where is our other fleet? Go hit them up. Oh, of course, our capital moved. Our capital moved, and it means it's once again time to reroute our entire trade. So, where the hell are we currently collecting? We are collecting in Sarjend, which is honestly terrible. It's just not a good node. It's not a good trade node in any way. How can we do this? Because, yeah, in Eastern Salahad, we only have... Honestly, the dwarves are hella annoying. It's hella annoying that they just take half of our trade power here. Oh, how can we do... Honestly, I do wonder how much of an effect would embargoing them have? And why the hell are 3 different people guaranteeing the independence of Hechodovar? What is this? Literally all of their neighbors are guaranteeing them. Huh? Okay, yeah, I wanted to look, so embargoes. Reduce the power of their traders in nodes where we have power. By how much? Let's see, let's put out an embargo. Does that go out instant? I assume that won't go out instantly. Costly trade embargoes. Well, we'll see if that actually has any impact, specifically on the Eastern Salahad node. Because, yeah, Sarjend, since it's our capital now, we would benefit a lot if we could pump trade in there. But problem is, it only receives trade from the Middle Dvarovar, which we do not control at all, and Eastern Salahad. Plus also, this has absolutely neutered our trade income in Brasson, so that's not good. Well, we could potentially... I guess what are our merchants up to? I guess all of this trade... Yeah, we are currently moving a lot of trade in these nodes. Wait, what are you even doing? You're not even... Transfer... Oh yeah, we are transferring up. We only have 50% control in Rachen. That's also no good. Trade is just not working for us. What else can I say? Honestly, we could just collect in some of the areas where we have 100% control. Honestly, if we collect in Karunyana, that could potentially be 50. So... Well, I feel like we have to... I just understand that basically every time when we move our capital, I have to, from the ground up, rework our entire trade network. It's not cool, it's annoying, but not much else that can be done about it. So, okay, I think there is no point in shuffling things up the stream here. Let's switch it so that we transport to Rachen instead. And then this merchant... Well, I guess this is relatively useful because all of this trade then goes to Rachen either way. I guess the big problem now is then again, we still collect 40... We still collect 40 crowns in Brossan, so that's nothing to... Well, nothing to joke about. How much trade is going through Bohar? Also close. Actually, we could try moving the trader from Brassan over to Bahar. Sure, we have less trade power here, but there is a lot more money in the node. So let's just see if that changes over at all. And then also, we have taken over some territories here, and I did keep mentioning that we need to make more trade areas. So let's see, how does... I guess primarily, has everything been converted? I did want to make sure that I convert everything before we turn it into a trade company. I guess there are a few provinces that have religious zeal. Let's see, what are the trade nodes? Okay, I think we should be able to get something going here. So... all of you get assigned over to the trade companies. I'm not really gonna mess around here with doing any combinations, like part trade company, part state. And then hopefully this should net us another merchant, and another merchant means we can at least do something with our mess of a trade network. Plus this, if I'm not mistaken, this basically always ends up being more income. The trade companies just get a whole lot more production income, plus trade, obviously, as well. So... that should be good. Let's see, so trade node, that is the Shadow Swamp. It will take a month to update, I think. We have our charter now. So that should be a nice swing up. And then also... okay, these parts I think we don't have quite enough territory in yet. And this, I doubt, is enough either. Okay, sure. I guess we will give it a month, see how it updates. See how it all updates, basically how the trade numbers change, if they change. Hey, are the Callistos about to actually get a victory? Yeah, well, okay, when they have a general and the enemy does not have a general, then it's quite good. Then it's quite good for them. Okay, we indeed did get another merchant. And how did income shuffle around? We only got 10 extra ducats from trade. That doesn't make much sense. We collect 111. Yeah, I guess all of these... actually, how much is incoming? How much is local? Well, the vast majority is incoming. Could it be an idea to literally not mess around with the movement of trade and just collect in... Well, just collect everywhere where we have power? Might be a bit insane, but it might work. Because really, it just doesn't... I don't know. I guess, yeah. And in Bahar, we collect a decent amount, but because we only have 50% trade power control here, it just ends up being very lackluster. Can we... Do I still have some light ships? I do have some light ships in the area. And we would barely get any income. Oh, we would get 12 extra income in Brassan. Sure, start protecting. And actually you as well. We'll send you over. And okay, let's reevaluate this. So we are spending 2 merchants to move trade around. And I guess we'll plug in... Let's plug in a merchant into Middle Rachen and just collect raw trade here, since we have 100% control of it. And, you know what, screw the merchant in Haiban. We will move them over to the Karunyana and collect here manually. So let's see how that will change things. We are currently at 170 trade income. How much of an impact will that give us? Oh yeah, also, is the trade embargo even worth it? It barely lowered their impact. Okay, so that's just not worth it. And hey, would you look at that? Learnings of an Elder! Haven't seen that in, I think, literally 50 years. Might even legitimately be like 50 years when I last saw this. So, I guess what's the plan? On one hand, I do want to try and pump up military further to see how much hedonism that would give us. But for practicality's sake, diplomatic power, I think, would be more useful. We are sort of struggling to maintain the numbers, especially since I did pick up trade ideas, but I've barely managed to invest any. And there is very good stuff in there. I would very much want it. So, let's just get a bit of diplomacy. There's a whole new world out there. As an elder race, we must lead the way. Exactly. And ooh, speaking of hedonism, Day of the Cat. When we established the Day of the Cat as an official holiday, we sought to allow our people to experience just once a year the great pleasure and celebration that is everyday life for the cat. Great festivals are celebrated in every part of our realm, during which an immense quantity and variety of luxuries and diversions are available to everyone, from the poorest of the beggars to the divine Ketarch himself. This year the celebrations have been particularly magnificent, which has resulted in some additional benefits for the state. 50 admin, but 10 hedonism, and just for free, no negative, no nothing. I guess... Sure. Oh, we are actually capped on admin. So, sure, let's pick up level 24 admin. It will give us, I guess, primarily the governing capacity. That's good. Bonds and tontines. Well, basically new types of taxes. Very cool. And then we get some of that admin back. Okay, we can get more. Oh, actually, I should have done the military tech first. We could get innovativeness and then. Well, sure. Actually, let's pick up the Let's pick up the military. Then again, we could wait a little bit. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit before we pick it up. So what are... Oh yeah, I think, yeah, religious-wise we're not doing anything because, well, we still need to deal with the cores. Right. And we still need to deal with the trade. Oh, well, actually, the trade has gone up. Okay, we're up to 206. This is back to almost the numbers that we had. These are basically the numbers we had when our capital was back in Haless. Oh, actually, okay, 230. Okay, so and then we're actually 120 net income, which is actually then pretty decent. Okay, maneuver the troops into all the right places. So, we can also go and pick up new trade ideas. I guess it would be an outright a new merchant, at least in the next one. Then it's trade range, which isn't all that good. But yeah, another merchant would be cool. Okay, I guess how is the trade looking? So we earn a lot less. We earn a lot less in Rachen because simply there is a lot less trade coming into Rachen. But that's good because we only get a 50% cut anyways. Meanwhile, we get a full cut of everything that's in the Karunyana, and we now collect 70. That's excellent. We collect 50 in Middle Rachen. So actually, okay, both of these are like half of our trade income. Literally, these two regions. A little bit comes from Rachen, and then we are still collecting in Bahar, which earns us 50. We are earning 50. Which I think is better than Brassan. Yeah, at least it should be. Actually, who is competing with us here, really? Vern, the Blade Marches. How the hell do you people have so much power here? Well, I guess it's less so that they have a lot of power, more so they are just... There's a lot of outsiders in the trade node. Yeah, I guess that's at least the one nice thing. Inland nodes are very easy to control. If you have all the territory, well, you just have all the territory. Naval nodes, with shipping routes, that's a much more complicated situation. Oh yeah, also... Oh, we don't... Yeah, we converted this place. We don't even need a military here anymore. So you can be brought back into harbor. I'll leave them for now as our little naval invasion force, but what they do not need is their general. We can actually assign the general to a more useful army. Okay. And then are we waiting for anything else? I guess one army for now. I will leave them in Buselar. There might be some unrest, and we might have to deal with that. So sure, stay there for the time being. Let's get this army closer to the front line. And I think it's time to go to war, isn't it? They have, well, yeah, they have ludicrous amounts of troops. Well, see, I say theoretically we are in a war. But, well, the Callistos are dealing with that. And no way in hell that they're gonna lose. It's a bit of a shame that it's taking them this long to do anything. Actually, what is this war for? Okay, it's the Truinic Imperialist War, so they're just going for land. I assume they want to conquer these inland territories out of the plains and into the northern reaches, which doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't care about that land. So, hello, command. How you doing, man? Oh yeah, also, do we have, now that I remember, do we have war magic going on? Because we definitely will. Okay, so war magic is still active. I will have to remember to reapply it at some point during the war, but because I'm pretty sure it's gonna run out at some point. And goddamn, we have a few different war goals against them, but the Holy War is just what we need. So, well, it is gonna be a big one. They have a lot of troops. But, well, we'll see. Leroy. Okay, so now we do have a benefit, which should be that I'm pretty sure they're busy all the way on this side of the continent, so we can again abuse that and take a bunch of territory. Also, sure, let's pick up the military tech. Why not? We're not spending military power on anything else either way. So, and yeah, the next one is gonna be all about artillery. That's gonna be much more substantial. So, well, their capital is wide open. As always, we can just smash in there, send our best siege general. And otherwise, start going for all of these forts. As well as send in some troops to just gain control of the territory. And you... let's split up a bit. I have learned my lesson. I should start paying a bit more attention to attrition and stuff like that. So when possible, I will try my best to actually siege with, well, not entire stacks. 32k might just be a bit too much to take a single undefended province. At least in places that are not the front line. Well, we are taking them quite quickly. What is our siege ability? Oh, okay. Okay, so they... Either they have lost fort defense, or we have gained a substantial amount. Well, either way, that's good. This means if I micro things correctly, we could literally get zero, well, or at least very little attrition casualties. Well, speaking of losses, though, it's not perfect to just lose 30,000 manpower at the start of the war, because there are too many cowards. Fucking hell. And then a locust plague. Tuzii, releaser of locusts. The province of Paksanam is in chaos due to a destructive swarm of locusts that is ravaging their crops, flowers, and other greenery. The population fears that they have incurred the visitation of Tuzii, the spirit of insects. The reason for their punishment remains unknown, as Tuzii's actions are random and appear to be capricious, both taking and giving as it pleases. Although there is sufficient food to sustain the population, they will remain on edge for a while. Well, yeah. Bad for you. Don't care a whole lot though, sorry. Sorry about that. We took their capital in 11 days, and we again burned down the RPU headquarters. They should learn to put that in a better place. Well, sure. Just keep the ball rolling. Okay, this entire end has been taken over. We can reconvene that army. Another castle taken in half a month. I feel like something has happened to the command. Fortification expert, defensive mentality. They definitely have lost some bonuses. Which gave them fort defense, and well, obviously we have gained a lot of siege ability. So, okay, at least on the siege side of things, we should have a major advantage. Also, I do see we have some rebel problems in Busilar, of course, and Eberithil as well. Actually, Busilar, we can just handle them. Oh wait, no, we have lost... Oh, we have lost some bonuses that we had for harsh treatment cost. I don't remember what gave us that. Oh, right, I think it's we lost the 20% from the imprisoned Denbasana Greater Spirit. Ah, well, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. But still, I guess we have 20... Yeah, I'd say that's a worthwhile cost. I don't really wanna... I think once the overextension goes away, we should be fine. Okay, we are legitimately taking forts. Well, what if... I absolutely hate it when some sort of stupid event pops up just as I am clicking. Okay, so that gave us noble rebels. Fantastic. We will ship in troops from Busilar. Why not? Don't have anyone else available either way. Okay, how is the command looking? Well, they are winning their war. Well, there goes another one. God damn, the goblins... the goblins really have been developing all over the place. Good job, little guys. I guess the Jade March is, I think, one of the few Serpent Spine nations that hasn't really been attacked by anyone, I think. Because I haven't really conquered them, and no one else has, well, even gotten the chance to do so. And okay, are the ships here? Split off. Honestly, U16K should be good enough for this. on the spot, get rid of those goddamn nobles, which we got unnecessarily. Well, at least basically no casualties from it either. And then back over you go. Don't need you on the mainland. Breaking of chains, they lose more. Well, yeah, they just... At this point, I'm pretty sure the command doesn't have any Karashi reserves, period. Which, they're supposed to be their cool weapons and whatnot, from what I understand. But, yeah, I think we have destroyed so many of them in such quick succession. I don't care how much they are passively generating or whatever. Okay, doing more siege stuff. Get some more armies on these forts. But yeah, we have actually just at a disgusting pace blitzed through them. Okay, and there go all the cores, which means we can start converting some provinces in Busilar. Let's see, sure, go for the big ones to begin with. Let's see, return to the front somewhere. Let's see, how much siege ability do we have against the... Well, okay, the Ashjakumans are sure enough. They are a tough cookie to crack, but even then we do have a 40% advantage, which at least is something. That at least is something noteworthy. Oh, and well, that was also very lucky to just finish it in a few months. Or not even a few months, just like a month. Okay, let's get this army back together. Rebels, the Busilaris again. I guess I will end up spending some amount of military power to just keep the Busilaris at bay. Because they do have a substantial force which could rise up. I would rather not deal with that. Ooh, I didn't even know this. The Ashjakuman base, I guess their capital has Damesteer, and not just any Damesteer, it's Black Damesteer. Karashi, what would later become known as Black Damesteer, is a creation by the Oni of the Demon Hills. Unlike regular Damesteer, which empowers magic, Black Damesteer greedily consumes it, negating all magic it encounters. The material and its properties would be fundamental to the Black Powder Revolution of the 18th century, with the creation of Black Damesteer bullets. Oh, so I guess that's what the Karashi reserves are. I guess the hobgoblins don't use magic. I guess that's why also war wizards flee from them. I assume they persecute them and kill them, because they have all the anti-magic weaponry. Oh. Okay, so those are the special reserves. At least I assume that that's the case. Okay, another city taken. Well, just keep moving in. Though we are getting a bit danger close. Oh shit, well, speak of danger close, yep, that's just a 70k stack. And we cannot escape. Well, isn't that fantastic? Stay there. We'll throw in all the reinforcements we can. Well, piss. Well, piss. Well, okay, we're not... oh shit, no, now... Okay, now we are losing absolutely horrifically. Well, of course, if they keep getting rolls like that. Come on, rock in the reinforcements, rock in the reinforcements. Why are we losing so goddamn bad? Okay, well, okay, no, there we go, that's something good, that's something good. Okay, so what, in the end we barely pulled out, basically a 1-to-1, which definitely hurts us much more than it does the command. They don't give a shit about losses, period. Well, that was just terrible. Pull out this army. And okay, so that also means the command is now just happy dragging around 90k stacks. Good to know, I guess. Good to know. And okay, they have pieced out Jiansang, taking most of their territory, and I assume Zhongji is just gonna end up entirely getting consumed. And okay, we got another War Wizard, which I don't think we particularly need them. Okay. Now what? Again the Bucellaries? Yeah, again the Bucellaries. Just keep harshly treating them. It should get us there. Also, at least once most of the provinces start getting converted, that should make things better. Christ, it really is laggy today. Also, I'm very much waiting for the next government reform, because the next one is most likely gonna be regional representation. That's gonna give us negative 5% minimum autonomy in territories, which is gonna be huge. We have shitloads of territories, and that means suddenly all of those are gonna be giving us just effectively 50% more of everything. Which is a lot. We have a lot of them. Okay, we can move. Move just about everyone in here. We have taken control over a lot of forts. So I am hoping that the command definitely should struggle more with retaking them than we struggle. Well, actually, we just don't struggle to take them, period. This is quite a cakewalk currently with all the siege bonuses. And then, well, yeah, like taking taking a level 6 hill fort in a week. That's something. Okay, they are gonna start funneling into the back, huh? I do wonder, how the hell do we go about this now? Well, either way, if we at least take their territory, it means, well, they have less territory. Also, commandant died. We need a new commandant, pretty please. Really, just a level 1? Sure, we can promote you. We can promote you. Honestly, also looking at how things are, maybe I shouldn't have even done the Holy War. Should have just done literally any of the other ones. Because we are taking so much territory, it should be giving us ludicrous amounts of war score. But I guess the Holy War kind of does require that we fight. Which we're not really doing. What we are doing is we are occupying literally all of their land in the matter of weeks. It's a blitzkrieg, alright. Okay, move these arms. Actually, you can take a few provinces. God damn. What level fort? A level 6 fort taken in 6 days. God. Isn't this interesting? We are taking provinces more quickly than I can really reorganize the armies. Oh, there's some troops walking around. Actually, we can very easily kill you. That's just a few thousand units. What's this? A fort defense guy? Just let him stay home. Ooh, shit. Well, we have our army ready. Oh, actually, we can cut them off. Actually, no, do not cut them off. Go like this instead. Oh, well, okay, they reconsidered. But what we can keep doing is just keep jumping their general-less, leaderless armies. Those are the ones we can actually wipe out. And okay, how are current casualties looking? So we have lost 40,000 in attrition. Considering how much land we have taken, I would say 40,000 in attrition is nothing. And then what, an extra 35,000 in battles? I guess, yeah, for now we have traded equally as far as battles go. Attrition-wise, yeah, they just don't take attrition. Good old command. Ooh, shit. Well, we have found their main army. That much is for sure. Wiped out something. Actually, you split up and take all the territory along here. So, there is a lot of stuff happening here. Let's see, it would be nice if we could take that fort as well. Okay, so they did peace out Zhongji, and they took everything except for one singular province. Yeah. And okay, another part of the command military is over on the capital side again. Yeah, it's gonna... One problem is gonna be that it's gonna take us quite a while to just get them down in numbers. Because they do simply have such a huge goddamn army that, well, it's gonna be a bit problematic to oversee it all. Also, just to make sure, do we still have the war magic bonus? I never... Okay, yeah, we do have war magic until 95. Okay, so we have war magic for half a year still. Would do good to remember that. Also, yeah, they are, I guess, starting to... Oh no, that's not there. Okay, well, we have cut off 60,000 of them in a... Actually, what is this? Okay, it's just a farmland, so no real penalty. But, ooh, they don't have an outstanding general here. Plus, once again, they are using mercenaries. How many... I thought they were doing good on manpower. Why do they already have... Oh no, okay, that is literally the only mercenary stack which they have. Well, sure, we can just jump them. Need to make sure... Oh, I guess getting the War Wizard in would be the best. So the War Wizard arrives on the 10th. One, two. Also on the 10th. Oh, they are pulling in another army, but I can also pull in another army. Ah, well, no, they decided against. Ooh, yeah, well, with the War Wizard and a good RNG roll on the shock phase, that is something. Okay, that was definitely substantial. Again, a shame that they, even with these losses, they didn't get wiped out. Literally only the artillery survived. Nothing else. I would have hoped that they would take more substantial losses. But, well, it is what it is. Okay, it is worth it also remembering that I guess there is no real point in trying to cut them down to size or anything, because at this point I just assume that it won't work either way. I just have to get as much war score as we realistically need in order to take everything that we need. Which I think we already have 74. We might be able to do it now. So, some provinces that I definitely want are... Where is the culture map mode? We need these two Karunyanan provinces. And then the rest is just everything that we have claims on. Which I think I will focus on just consuming this central territory of theirs. So, also, out of interest, how much would it cost to force them to cancel... Okay, yeah, we could cancel their... we could cancel Jade March as a subject, but problem is, it costs basically an entire peace deal worth of war score. And I don't find that worth it. Okay, and then instead let's just start chewing away all of this. This land isn't too high quality, so we should be able to pick up a lot of it. Because also, I think as far as the missions go, we need literally all of it. Here, the command. Yeah, we have to take literally everything. Plus, no province as part of the Rachen subcontinent are owned by the command. Where is the Rachen subcontinent? Well, okay, it's this area we have to... Oh, I guess this also. Even though we don't have claims on it, we have to take this bit from them. Which, okay, honestly, since we have to take it, maybe just clean it up. Just clean it up. Do I want to take their capital? On one hand, it's good that their capital is in such a effectively defenseless position. We can easily take it in every new war. But honestly, I think with our siege ability, it doesn't matter much. Even if we... Why the hell does taking this not increase overextension, huh? Well, we're not taking it though. Yeah, I guess overextension is something I have to think about. Which is such a shame. Okay, now that's quite big. Can we take the north? Yeah. That's a bit too much. Well, okay, looks like 97 overextension. We can pick that up. And then... Oh, you're not willing to give money. Honestly, seeing that we can get 7,000 gold from them, I want that. I very much want that. Because how much of a... Well, because yeah, that will only add 2 years to the peace. Okay, so this means we should try and squeeze out some more. Well, we can take another fort. Plus we'll take Balriza soon. Okay, so just go capture random provinces. Ideally, though, we should do this before they manage to retake their capital. Christ, how many... Why is Balriza taking so long? Well, I guess it's a mountain and everything. Oh, we can also wipe out 20,000 artillery. Yeah, don't mind if I do. That could be very juicy. Because, yeah, that is literally nothing but artillery. And there they go. Okay, and there goes Balriza. And they still haven't retaken their capital. They almost have, but, well, almost doesn't cut it. So give me all of your goddamn... Oh, they're still not willing to give all of their money. These boogers. Okay, instead of taking the money, can I get reparations? Reparations and then still 2.5k. Okay, this looks fine enough for me. We'll be taking out a decent chunk of their lands. And, well, also 2.5k money raw, plus 10% of their income for 10 years. Which should be substantial. Currently we make actually no reparations, so we'll see how much starts coming in. And okay, I guess the big thing here is neither side really suffered a lot of casualties, which is not quite the way I would have expected it. But since I have given up on, I don't know, wiping them out, like wiping out their military, well, there's no point in really fighting them. If I can occupy the entirety of their territory in a year's time, why really worry about anything else? Royal Horimaris. Okay, there we go. Karunyanans have been assimilated, which gives us 10% idea cost reduction. Which is gonna... I think, yeah, now I'm gonna pump in a few ideas into merchant... into trade ideas. That could be very useful. Okay, and get the armies out. Get on back home. And start coring everything. Oh, what type of development land did we take here? Okay, so actually this side is all quite nice. It's like in the teens. It's in the teens as far as development goes. And I guess we did pick up some deserts. I guess, yeah, there is... Well, actually, mostly all of this is desert. But, ooh, a lot of farmlands. Lots of farmlands. What trade goods do we have? Oh, I didn't even see that there is so much glass over here. We took... Well, I guess actually most of these we would have taken already previously. But yeah, that's a lot of glass. Some metal. Some metal. Oh, I didn't see that just over here there is a province with precursor relics. Ooh, that... Okay, I would have definitely picked that up. And okay, I guess the rest in here is okay-ish. There are some slaves here, which we'll replace with spices. Hey, I'll take that. But yeah, I guess the real juicy part of the conquest will be when we take these cities. These cities here are very highly developed. Yeah, most of them are around 30, 20, 30. And they have very, very good trade goods. I don't know what... Oh, there's a special... I guess they're... Okay, so I guess they effectively have mages, but they are Korashis, so they have Korashi forges instead of mage towers. They still do the same. They still do the same with development cost and attrition. But, well, interesting choices. Divine Inspiration, Morale of Armies. Well, we sort of just finished a big war. I don't think Morale of Armies is that necessary right now, right away. Eborithili. Okay, the Eborithili's actually can rise up if they want to. I'm not too fussed about them. And okay, yeah, since we now have much cheaper ideas, actually look at this, 270 basically for an idea. Which means we are almost at, what, 10%, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, we're rocking like a 30% discount, 1/3 discount. Very nice. So, I guess we can get free trade, which will give us another merchant. And actually, we could pick up all the way to national trade policy, which would give us 10% trade efficiency. I think I will just about do that. Okay, that's all of our Diplo spent. But only 3 more ideas. And we can finish this. And then we will unlock a bunch of policies. And that's what I really want. The policies. A Festival of Jurel. Sorel. Jurel. Okay, that was... Yes. Words. Alas, I don't really care about spending the money. It's very expensive for not a whole lot of gains. Okay, and meanwhile the Callistos still haven't finished this shit show of a war. Like, what have you been doing? I might have to send over some troops and assist in some capacity, because evidently they're just not doing anything. Okay, so by how much did our trade improve? Okay, so only getting the trade efficiency, and well, I guess getting more territory, has already sent up our trade by like 20 or 10 ducats. I guess it's still readjusting. Also, why does Rajnadaga still exist? They are allied with Ovdal Khanzad. Well, honestly, I sort of have a bone to pick with Ovdal Khanzad to begin with. They don't have any other allies. That's interesting. Because, like, usually I wouldn't have any problems with them. But I need to get the silent Harimari culture. And the Amber Dwarfs took it over. It is a bit problematic. I will effectively have to cut through. Well, then again, actually, I could... Well, yeah, but yeah, they have conquered all of it. So I will have to take these caves for myself. Because, I guess where is it now? We can look at... So we got the Karunyanans, which is 10% idea cost. Scholar boats of the Karunyana. One of the oddest sights as our armies marched into the Dujati lands were the large boats that floated peacefully down the Karonyana, aboard which philosophers and other scholars fought battles as vicious as any of ours. We must ensure these boats continue to flow, just as our campaigns have forged a domain dedicated to Surael. Out of their conflicts emerge the most extraordinary new ideas. I guess I hadn't... I guess I actually hadn't read through some others of these. The Bimlau fort design. The Jadd has known many citadels in its time. From our early conquest of Askasur to the varied harpy roosts we surmounted to the desert-swept walls of Davharal. All fell before us in time. But we have never known a barrier like the walls of Bimlau, where both living and dead defend with paramount vigor and overwhelming number. While the souls of our dead are left to Surael's care rather than pressed into service on the walls, we should seek to adapt their style to ensure our own forts hold off invaders almost as well. And then I guess I didn't read anything about the Wuyun, because they just have like 3 provinces. Men of Honor. After generations of hobgoblin rule, the humans living under the command gradually integrated into hobgoblin society. Through the education system provided by the laws of Ninun, they adopted hobgoblin language, discipline, and sense of honor. This resulted in creation of entirely new cultures, combining the human and hobgoblin customs into something new and unique. A true blessing of Surael. Their martial prowess will greatly help our mission to spread Surael's light. Okay, so they're humans who... They are weebs. They are goddamn weebs. They learned from the hobgoblins who are basically samurai. And... okay, well, isn't that funny? And then I think the Bolvari we already had... just as for Jahair, our empire's promise was first illuminated in sun-draped, sun-blessed Bolvar. Now that it is completely in our grasp, we begin to see that promise fulfilled. Onwards for Surael. Oh yeah. So the next one on the chopping block would be Lower Raheni, though it's a bit problematic. Oh, and actually Akasi we can take quite easily. I think, where is it? Akasi was this. Okay, right, so these 2 provinces on the land and the islands. Okay, so, and that will give us 20% trade steering, which actually, I think isn't half bad, considering how much we're doing trade and such. Harpies are gonna be, I think, nigh impossible, because I think most of the Harpy leftover provinces are just all over the world. Same way with, like, elves. It's almost impossible to unify them. They're just everywhere. But yeah, hobgoblins we will get in time. Goblin Yan. Who are these? Irsukuba. They give 5 years of separatism reduction. That's impressive. Also Kai. Yeah, a lot of stuff. What else can I say? Diplomatic cultures. Oh, okay, Kai. Okay, these are the Kai. Okay, this actually shouldn't be too hard to unify. And they give what? They give 15% movement speed. That's very substantial. That's substantial. We can definitely strive for that. And the Irsukuba. Oh, these are the Irsukuba. Okay, so just some random nations in here. That is very achievable. And yeah, they have 5 years of separatism. That's a lot. That would go a long distance to help with our unrest issues. And, okay, it looks like the vast majority of them are in Kulgyash. I was planning to take this area over anyways. So now we just have more of a reason to do so. Okay, a lot of interesting things. But back to what? We have another merchant. We have another merchant, so what could we do with them? We could transfer trade from Haiban. That would go into Karunyana. This is already coming our direction. Do we have anything good anywhere? That's not a whole lot. Well, we could collect in Eberethil. We don't have a lot of trade power here, but we could just collect it, even if it's not a lot of power. There is a lot of money in the node. Or alternatively, we go back to collecting in Brassan, though that would... I guess we could... We collect 50 in Bahar. Well, okay, I think a safer option is just transfer in Haiban again. And that should be simple enough. Okay, so the money... Oh, we get 60 income from war reparations. That does mean that the command is getting 600 raw income every month. How much do we get? Okay, we get... Okay, well that's now a bit inaccurate, I think. So, actually we get... Okay, so if we deduct the war reparations, we get around 570. So that is very comparable. And I assume they have stated a lot more land, because I'm just not stating anything, because really we do have the governing capacity right now, but once we start conquering more places, we will soon enough start running out of governing capacity. So, oh, and there's the Eberethil uprising. Go deal with that. As for the... Oh, actually, okay, the Bucellaris have been much reduced in strength, because I think, yeah, we converted most of their territory. So the leftovers we can easily deal with. We can quite easily deal with that. A shame that we have to wait quite a while here because of religious zeal. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Okay, not much happened. Okay, so... well, I guess time to look for the next target, right? Curses, bandits on the move. Ow, Elazar the First embarrasses the court. He committed an absolute faux pas. Ah, Christ, loses stability. Well, at least Lauren Cragg has embraced. Right, okay, I again forgot and remembered that our special events can circumvent... we can circumvent the religious zeal with random events. Kobold sabotage recruitment? What? Maybe lately kobold bands in Aokun have been sabotaging the local recruitment the administration is doing, taking the chance while we're busy with our war with Tarakar to cause havoc. The nobility are especially unpleased with our inability to react instantly to this problem, but we could possibly make up for it by acting quickly and punishing these traitors. Or maybe they can be recruited? So what, we lose prestige and the nobility doesn't like it? One area is slightly unhappy about it, which I don't really care about. We pay 800 crowns, which is... yeah, that's money. We get 5,000 manpower, but more importantly, it's a small tolerance increase for kobolds, which pushes them up to coexistent. Which, I think for that alone... yeah, let's do it. Recruit the kobolds. And okay, because we are down on stability... wait, white tiger spotted! Oh. Taking a short but needed break from their duties, our Divine Herald recently went out for a quiet stroll in a nearby forest. There, among the lush greenery where shadows danced from the setting sun, Elizar I caught a glimpse of something white out of the corner of their eye. To get a better look, Elizar turned and found himself eye to eye with the ethereal white tiger standing some distance away. After staring at each other for a while, the white tiger left and could no longer be found. The rumors spread quickly throughout the realm, and Elizar I's guards and attendants were able to give testimony and credibility to the story that our great Divine Herald was visited by the elusive white tiger. After all, the white tiger is a spirit that is only rarely seen by mortals, and is said to only reveal itself to the just and virtuous. Thus our subjects all rejoice at the thought of our Divine Herald having been chosen by the white tiger. A sign from the heavens. Well, does that actually do anything? Well, I guess sure the peasants must be happy. Well, a general dies though. More centaur refugees, sure. Oh, the Truce of Akashik came to an end. Ah, well, why are those 45k? I thought you were only supposed to be, like... 20-something. Well, either way, since the Truce with Akashik has come to an end, we do need some lands from them. We still have claims on them and everything, plus, have they... Okay, they do have one ally in Roselard. Wait, Rolzard. We won't bother with them. Just... okay, we'll just take Akashik. So, start... we need to send over some troops. Sure, just a wide selection. 3 armies should do it. Hopefully they make it in time to help out with those separatists. And then, okay, we do have problems with the disaster once again. Oh, do we want to gamble? We can get stability. We can get our stability back, or we can just lose another one. Am I a gambling man? Yes, I think I will. I'm just saying, I think we've had that event 3 times in a row, and I've had the good outcome 3 times in a row. Well, you know, it just is like that. I'd say it just is like that. Also, I'm thinking maybe it would be worth it to prepare another war against Ovdal Khanzad. Take the 4 provinces that Rajdanaga owns and start chomping into these mountains. Especially these ones, they mostly aren't really all that well developed, so we should be able to take them quite cheaply. Also, I didn't even saw there is some latent coal here. There is a gold mine, and behind it hiding is some coal. That could be very nice. Sure, get some armies up here. Oh, and okay, we can do our government reform, which it is a shame. There are a lot of good options in tier 10 for us. So the I am the state, which is 250 governing capacity, it's not enough to cut it, that is ruled out. But all the other 3, so divine rights is very much something that the Jadd would do, and it's also good +1 tolerance of the true faith, perfect for us, and -5% war score against other religions, perfect. But I feel like war score cost isn't really what's stopping us. It's more just admin efficiency and overextension, things like that. Kingdom of the People, Kingdom for the People, +1 possible policies. I would love to take that. We have a lot of good policies. I always like policies. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, currently literally all 3 policy slots are free for us. Because 1 is free by default. We get another one from Innovative Ideas. And then I think we have a special building somewhere which gives us another free idea. And plus I think we can get another free idea somewhere else as well. But so we could have 4 policy slots, and all of them for free. But I think it's not really gonna... we have other priorities, because the other one is regional representation, which, yeah, 5% CC, which is good. I guess coring cost, we are still spending quite a bit on coring territories, so a little bit of reduction, why not? But also the minimum 5 minimum autonomy reduction in territories. Because as I saw someone describing it, or I guess no, it was for trade companies. You can build a building which there reduces autonomy by 5%, and you have to think about it that way. In a territory, by default you get 10% of all the incomes. This increases it by 5%, but effectively that is a 50% increase. A 50% increase of all incomes in all of our territories. And well, we mostly consist of territories, especially considering that most of this isn't actually stated. It has state cores, but we're not using them. So, yeah, I think we just have to do that. Also, have to pay some attention how everything is gonna change. We have 350k manpower and 180 income currently. I do wonder by how much those 5% are really gonna change it. Because we're going, yeah, with regional representation. The legislative assemblies of this land are an imperative part of our state, and by strengthening their role, we ensure efficiency as well as the legitimacy of our kingdom. Very cool. Get to it. I think the reduction should kick in right away by another 5%. Or it's gonna actually be ticking monthly. I don't quite remember how that works out. Oh, shit. They are on the move. I think for now, let's escape. We'll see how long or quick. Okay, yeah, well, they should struggle quite a bit to take that. Okay, so where did that bump us up? Well, it gave us... Okay, 30... Actually, was that instantaneous down to... Okay, it's instantaneously down to 85%. So, that netted us an additional 30,000 manpower, which I guess is... not as much as I would have expected, but it's okay. And... well, okay, it did raise our income somewhat substantially. We had, what, 170? Economy... well, okay, yeah, that did give us like 50 additional income. That's quite good. I'd say that's quite good. Okay, now, I don't think we can... no, we can't construct anything. What we can do is... well, we can just construct basic buildings. Oh yeah, also it did give us force limit. It did give us, like... I guess no, not all of that is. Some of that is from the territory taken from the command. But yeah, force limit has also been substantially increased. Okay, so we do need more income. Let's see, can we get some workshops running? We can get some substantial upgrades. Do some upgrades where it's relatively cheap, at least. I guess all of our capital provinces are a logical place. Okay, yeah, Anzabad, Medrubar, Kadbar. Okay, down to 2.6k. Let's leave it at that for the time being. And that's gonna be quite a few buildings extra. And okay, the armies are on the way. Oh, so yeah, how long until the next exemplary vote? 97. Okay, so I guess once we get involved in some of these wars, we should be able to do... then again, actually, we have too much manpower to do a draft. Well, that means we'll just have to recruit. We'll just have to recruit more troops. Since we now especially do have the... we do have the army capacity. Also, oh right, our truce with Mo Huang has ended. And we still have a whole load of claims. Yeah, we need to be taking all of this. We need to be taking all of this. Okay, actually, change of plans. These armies... how many troops do they have? 30,000... 30,000, honestly, 2 armies. 2 armies should be able to deal with that. You two go south. Plus, yeah, let's start recruiting another army, I think. Ooh, solstice celebrations. Well, it doesn't really matter a whole lot, I think, where we do any celebrations. It's mostly just, it's local unrest and autonomy change in a singular province, which I always do find a little bit lame, because it's mostly in provinces where that doesn't matter. Sure, let's go to Ascari. That's a very important elven city. That's a very important city from what I remember. And then, okay, I guess we could once again mix some artificers. Like, yeah, this army has no artificers. This army has no artificers. Sure, we can do... That's gonna be for them. And then I guess we can do a quick round of recruitment here. Chill out in the city. You also don't have artifice. Then is it, honestly, is it worth it? What was the... I guess, yeah, artificers get negative 50% drill gain. I am sort of considering to do stuff with drill in the future. Then again, maybe if it's just a little bit here and there. Shouldn't matter too much. Looks like the command is also trying to do something with its military. Dunno what. And okay, yeah, it feels like at this point we just have to live with the fact that we permanently have discontent zone in our territories, which kinda sucks. We just basically have a permanent +2 national unrest. Okay, that's some fresh troops. Do they even have any forts left over? I think the only forts that they do have are currently besieged by... Oh, these are spirits? How the hell did they now get spirits? I thought that was already long over. No, right, we are at the point where I think we regain manpower if we disband. Yeah, because I guess we are... That's a very nice point to get to, which was here at 60 professionalism, regain manpower when disbanding. That's very good. I guess also less morale damage taken by reserves. Okay, so you go back into the pool. We will re-recruit you as... I don't know, artificers. 4 of those. And then we need a bunch of artillery. I think, what was it? 16? I think we're going for 16 at this point. And then some cavalry. Because I still want to use cavalry, even if it's not, well, all that... Well, then again, we do still inflict a lot of damage in the shock phase, especially against artillery-loaded armies, once the front line is beaten. So maybe... I think it could be worth considering that the next improvement I do to our armies is more cavalry. Go up to like 8 or 10 per stack. That could be something. Oh yeah, also I keep forgetting about this area, so we need to ship over an army, and meanwhile you go out there. Get ready against Akashik. We will have a few wars that will have to be handled simultaneously. Which honestly, I assumed it would get to that point sometime in the campaign, and I was dreading it. I was dreading when that time would come. Okay, there go all the cores we were working on. So at least peace for a little while. And okay, Akashik, it's your time to get crumped. Who's ready for a good crumping? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Okay, meanwhile here, time to deal with separatists. Oh yeah, those separatists are getting it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's... Well, that was something. Oh, they just about made it in there. Oh my god, well, doesn't really matter that they made it in that mountain. Looks like... Holy hell. Okay, I did not think their armies would be this bad. Yeah, that has to be said. I expected a little bit more from them. Oh yeah, this reminds me, should I... Okay, no, that navy is patrolling in quite a safe area. They should be fine. Okay, first... Better finish stuff in one place before switching to another. Okay, here we are taking some more casualties, mostly because the rolls aren't all that perfect. Yeah, couldn't manage to wipe them out. Okay, hopefully this battle should happen before... Hey, there we go, finally the... Christ, what are these casualties? Finally this war is over. And oh, it looks like now... Oh, Coven Blood has formed? How the hell? Oh, they broke free! They gained independence from Tarakar. And now it looks like just about everyone is fighting Tarakar. But what did the Triunics do? How did they suffer So many casualties. And what did they take? They took some provinces. Oh, okay, they mostly... No, wait. What? No, this is all What? Why does Hechodevar own this? Oh, they set... they set Krag Doomroar free. Except for the actual hold of Krag Doomroar. Aha. This was absolutely... This was an abysmal war. They gained barely anything from it. And somehow they owe us 26 favors for helping in that fight. Honestly, we didn't help them a singular bit. But somehow it worked out. And okay, we can get an exemplary vote. Now, I think we don't actually have... Yeah, we still have more space. We still have space for manpower. I think we're not quite at half. No, then again, actually, no, we are below half. Just barely, but we are. I do hate it when battles just freeze. That is very... quite a stupid thing how that sometimes happens. No, wrong, that's the Empire. Whenever will something happen in the Empire? That would be very cool. Well, okay, there it goes. Bish bash bosh, that's gonna be all of Akashik occupied. Yep, like for example, their capital in 9 days. And that's that. We don't have the islands, but let's see. I imagine we should be able to pick up everything that we need from this, realistically. So yeah, we can easily take all of the stuff that we have claims on. I assume, well yeah, we can't take literally everything because that would be total annexation. Because since they are allied, that's not quite possible for us. Sure, you know what? I will leave them in the desert. Because I'm not really gonna be fighting Roselard. So... I could take literally everything except for a single province. Because how far away? We are 12 points away from total annexation. Maybe if we then again add war score. Well, yeah, our ticking war score is from show superiority, which we can't really do. Could I beat up their fleets? Could I potentially go and fight their fleets? Yeah, also we need to remove these frigates. Well, no, honestly, it doesn't matter. Just give me what we actually have claims on. And sure, give me some money, since you have it. And we'll leave it at that. Core all of that. So, I think one one singular army we can leave here to simply oversee any potential separatist issues. And now we have to finish up Mo Huang. Well, finish up / start up. Give me the Great Holy War. Or honestly, just give me imperialism. In this case, just give me imperialism. And Brenulin, I think I will piece Brenulin out as soon as possible and then fight them in on a separate war. So yeah, I will keep them non-co-belligerated. Okay, yeah, there we go. Akasi people, that's 20% trade steering. Plus, let's catch the Mo Huang main army. And hopefully just wipe it out. Maybe, possibly, some not-so-ideal rolls. Oh no, we did wipe them out. We indeed did. And there we go, draft. 154,000 manpower. And that will actually put us up to basically capacity. But sure, you know, better be safe than sorry. Okay, and that's 350k in the bank. We have, as a matter of fact, we've never been doing this good on manpower related things. Okay, what are the separatists looking like? So, quite a big batch here in the former command lands, a little bit here on the far end, Tugayasi separatists, and then just some hobgoblins. Okay, it's a big mix of all sorts of stuff. Also, a new army has been cooked up. I guess you can get to the front. Ow, disease. Hey, there we go, 13 days. Yeah, Mo Huang, they used to be big, they used to be mighty, they used to rule in the region. Now, look at them now. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, now we will have to delay a little bit here, I think, because basically we have to wait for these cores to finish first before we really can take a whole lot more. Okay, and there we go, some separatists. Okay, well, one bunch of separatists is right on our army. The other is not far away either. Let's recall... Actually, where are we gonna... Actually, you can go south. We might do some fighting in Sarhal quite soon, I'm thinking. A lack of demand for jewelry, well, isn't that just sad? Don't people want pretty things? The Jackals of Ban Lubei. They came in the night, sudden, furious, and terrible. Twisted creatures that bounded on all fours with the faces of men in pain and ecstasy. Their baying echoed through burning towns as they tore fleeing civilians limb from limb, watering the fields with blood. They have left several towns in ruin and many homeless and poverty-stricken. Then, just as quickly as they arrived, they vanished into the night. We do not know why these beasts have chosen to attack us, or if they will return. Well, surely they did something wrong. Okay, another uprising. Well, okay, you're also close by. So this is a bit problematic. Yeah, the spirits are... the spirits are a bit of an issue. Okay, oh, actually, wait, I guess because the spirits currently control the fort, it counts as basically a neutral one, and we can just pass through. We can just pass through with our siege army. Go help out take the coast fort. Siri separatists, okay, the area is already locked down. Oh, we accidentally wiped out an army on our way. Well, you know, happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us. Isn't it annoying when you just accidentally delete an entire enemy army? Yeah. Okay, also, we are building up quite a bit of money, so I think more building time. It's more building time. We don't have a manufactory in Bulvar? That is actually criminal. That is actually criminal. Oh yeah, also, now that I think about it, where is the... We are closing in on 1700, which means we are closing in on Enlightenment. I guess we could... we could... How could I increase our chances? I guess we could build universities in high development provinces. But now that universities don't give Now that they don't give artifice capacity, spamming them out kind of doesn't really have the same importance as it used to. Okay, that's an upgrade. Let's see. Sure, we can build some extra barracks. How are the soldiers' households looking? Okay, 1600. Time to save up again. Time to save up again, at least a little bit. Now all our... Oh no, we discovered the command agent. Well, isn't that useful? Alas, our agents are also getting caught quite a bit. And also, we have some free agents. Right, I was thinking a spy network on full mana. Since we have the resources for it. Well, the resources, we have the diplomats for it, basically. Magic slows, spend some efforts. Oh, Siri separatists. No, not Siri. Well, that AI ain't gonna do much. Also, you know what, while we can, let's get another general. It's a bit annoying having to deal with armies that don't have any. Also, what is this? The God's Wall Tunnel. Does it at least give us... It doesn't even give trade power. I think at least the Marhold Tunnel... Where is it? The Marhold Tunnel, if I remember correctly. Well, okay, it's currently not upgraded, but this one honestly gives a substantial thing, 50 local trade power, which is massive, but also 5% global trade power. Meanwhile, the God's Wall Tunnel... It doesn't do anything. Which is lame. There isn't even a point in throwing the money at it. Nah, so that's just gonna be an annoying pop-up. Oh, we caught... Okay, we caught 1000. Okay, we caught a single stack. Yes. Why, of course. Could we please finish up this siege? It's gone on for a bit of a while. Well, ask and you shall receive, evidently. What sort of absolutely insane pathing is that? Okay, I guess we will have to get rid of these spirits because I do want to actually take this take this land most likely. Ooh, we can get a cheap trade efficiency advisor, please do. Also, goddamn, we're shooting those spirits up. From what I remember, the spirits used to be a bit more, well, capable. Okay, next batch of provinces into the conversion grinder. And we are grinding away. Get those priests. Get those priests on the deck. Okay, now the Brenulans, hopefully if we take their capital, they should be okay to peace out. At least that's my hope here. Okay, so can we get you out? Yes, we indeed can. We can break their alliance with Mo Huang, because why not? And just leave it at that. I don't really care for what they do. An honorable people. Hey, we get some monarch points. Very cool. Oh, I think that should be, if I'm not mistaken, that should be magic studies completed once again. Knowledge is power. Now we are renowned in transmutation. Also some province embraced. Okay, sure. Satrapy, Great Holy War. Ooh, shit, Ovdal Lodhum has retaken a bunch of land from Argorstun. That's something. Also, how is... Okay, looks like the Serpent's Rot is retreating. Yeah, so the entirety of the Serpent's Reach has been cleared. And then it's okay, it's just about now spreading... The cure is spreading into the main mountain ranges. So soon enough it should start coming down our direction, which should be useful. And okay, how long do we still have on the cores? Okay, the previous cores are almost finishing. So let's see, can we draw up what we're going to be taking? So we will definitely take this holdout inside of our territory. And then the eastern parts, most likely. Actually, where are the claims? Okay, basically... everything down here. If I remember correctly, that is the territory we have claims on. Yup, and then I guess this little coastline. Though, could I snag up just everything they own? I could, but honestly, there's no need to. we can do this in several smaller wars, because they still have one singular province in here. So I think instead we will just launch a war with Arovquilin, basically right away, and then take this land, and then in another war we can take the rest of Mohuang that's left over. Okay, and this will be very cheap, because I think the development here is not... Yeah, actually the development here is quite poor. This is mostly deserts. Deserts, drylands. Some good provinces over here, but... well... we are more so just taking it for the sake of taking territory, and not really much else. Okay, also, how are we looking? Admin power is adding up quite a bit. Diplo is doing okay. We can get 2 more trade ideas, I guess, but well, might as well wait for the last one and just get them all in one big batch. Also, yeah, also it does feel like I have been very inefficient with... I have been very inefficient with the fighting. I think I should be doing like 3 simultaneous wars currently, like considering that these are very simple wars. So it's kind of counterproductive. To be only doing like 1 or 2 at a time. Ship, the levy, how are we doing on the levy? We'll just keep it at a modest level. The nobility is gonna be slightly upset, but at this point, what? Okay, we are at 62 crown land, and honestly, well, yeah, all of them don't really matter that much anymore. Actually, okay, since we are at high crown land, I guess, yeah, I need more crown land, mostly for absolutism. That could be quite good, because the current absolutism amounts are slightly restrictive. I would like to hand out like 1 or 2 bonuses. Okay, you're also getting sent south. You get out of there. Okay, and there go all the cores. Which means we can peace out. Yep, thank you for your business. That's now nice looking chunk. Yeah, very exceedingly cheap coring costs. Well, some of the provinces have decent development. Okay, some people got assimilated. And this does complete a mission for us, namely the Thidinkai Plain, which is this area around this central wasteland desert. So, Harimar was embarrassed by his expedition to Thidinkai, seeing the absence of high temples and presence of only meager riches as hardly justifying his efforts at subduing such a savage people. Jahair attempted an invasion of his own, but a block of Kai states kept him off until he sought richer opportunities in Yanshan. However, we see further than the conquerors of yore. The most valuable treasure is the soul, and it is priceless. Whatever the land may possess, its people are as important as any other in Surael's crusade. If we must conquer this divided realm to make that clear to its inhabitants, so be it. Well, yes. And this gives us a claim on the Lupuan rainforest, which is, well, just the entire southern region. The entire southern region. Yep, not counting the island archipelago. Where does this actually belong? Ringlet Isles. Okay, they're a separate thing on its own, which we, I guess, don't have to worry about. So, and then the next mission in that path is into the jungle, which, again, we have to own three specific provinces, plus 40 total provinces in the area, which I think well, I guess it won't be the entirety of it, but we definitely need the largest part of it. And I guess what are the specific provinces? Kekam Synth is right here on our border. Arav Quellen is obviously all the way in the bottom. And Hasiksibu, where are you? Oh, I guess here. Okay, so the priority is we need to take this coast. We need to take the western coast, which actually lines up very nicely because I think that is by far the more valuable coastline. Trade goods. Decent trade goods. Ooh, there is even a Damestier province. Not developed at all. Oh, Arav Quellen is grain. That's so sad. That's so sad that they have to be producing grain in such a glorious city. But okay. Plus, we now have 50% control on Kcam, and I guess once we take the main city, that will rocket up. Okay, so we are getting decent control of the coastlines here, is what I would want to say, but we only have 44% control in Rachen still, somehow. This is very annoying. Okay, well, that's another quick war finished, and what the hell is this? The command is allied with Wandifa now? 1D's nuts? The Wandifans really have just been a pain in the ass for me, for literally their entire existence. First, they... Well, I guess they currently are. Oh, actually, I could abuse this. Actually, we could declare war on the Buvauris and use that to break this alliance between the Wandifans and the command. We could also pick up the only island that we really need from them. Oh, and this would be a way to drag full mana in. Well, okay, that would be a big fight. You know, we have a lot of big fights, honestly, on the horizon, and I'm starting to lack the mental capacity to keep up with all of them. Which is problematic to say the least. So, what first? Oh, RF Quillen is also allied with one Difa. Sure, that's also a way to do it. We would need a way into their territory, though. Oh, and actually, they are allied with the Dahui, which isn't even the worst, because I do need this one province, this mountain passage. We have a claim on it. That would pull in Jiansang. I will just take it without co-obliteration. So, war with Arafquilin, perhaps? We need more armies. How is the unrest situation looking? Mostly quelled by the looks of it. Okay, so we can send over 3 extra armies. Actually, holy hell, we won't need 3 armies. Send over 2 armies to the south. Another one can go over here. And, well, we can recruit another one. We can recruit another one. Or we can just fill out this army. Yeah, I think we can fill out this army. So, we need what? They have 7, so we need 9 extra cannons. That can be done. Cannons, we need 4 extra cavalry. And then 4 artificers. Okay, so that will be an additional army, padded out, ready to go, do stuff. Oh, pop-up, almost clicked something. Okay, yeah, kobolds are trying to migrate. We will assist them. We will indeed assist them. Okay, what's the situation with Rakaz? Their only ally is not willing to help. Well, that sounds just about goddamn perfect. We have an army at the ready. We can quickly deal with Rakaz. Plus Muhakar, maybe even. They don't have a lot of development. If I'm... Oh, no, actually, they're like... Okay, well, it's not terrible. It's not terrible land, but it is a big splodge on the map, and obviously we love map painting. That's what we do. So... Oh, Busilar is starting to invade just random coastal tiles here. Well, I guess so are others as well. Wisdom has some colonial holdings here. So does Istralor. Well, a bunch of colonial stuff happening. Okay, what I really want to convert is the... Okay, the island is already getting converted, so the rest doesn't really matter. Rakaz, hello. Bum, bam, bish bash bosh. Time to get them, grab them by the... Who are they actually? Are they gnolls? Oh yeah, they still are gnolls. I think one of the last surviving gnoll nations, if I'm not mistaken. Also, once we clean them up, we will take the last 2 provinces of Muhakar. The Null army is on the run. Where are you going? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why must you run? Problem is, in these big territories, they actually do manage to run quite well. Oh, but we will catch them. Nice. Well, they will run, but not quickly enough. Haha. That's good for us. Reunify that army. Troops are ready on the borders here. Oh, and when I look over, they are wiped out. Well... And okay, time to start the... Oh, Araf Quillen is fighting Mo Huang. Obviously, I guess they are trying to take over. They're trying to, no doubt, take the last provinces that they have left. They don't even have claims, really. Sure. Well, I'm intervening. Sorry to inform you, boy, but a bigger neighbor is around. Let's see, this army go siege down that singular province. Who is our best? Sure, go start busting down that door. Oh shit, I forgot about my trade fleets. Get into port quick. One of my... Oh, well, okay, we lost one ship, but they did escape. Okay, and in the Rakaz we are taking names. So, how is the Rakaz looking? I think they should be quite cheap. Well, still 26 overextension. I guess nothing to scoff at too much. Okay, plus we are catching some Araf Quilani troops roughly unawares. Well, okay, they are pulling in men, but so are we. Plus, now that we are having such a manpower excess, I'm honestly okay with being not super careful about every single manpower loss that we get. It's not exactly the end of the world anymore. What's this? Oh, right, I forgot. Actually, can we just... how much do we currently? We have 60. Okay, so we can take 30% reliably. This is 26%. Okay, so we can take the Rakaz territories without any problems. Also, give me all of your money. Oh, they are now transformed into annoying separatists. And okay, there were two provinces. We got wool and okay, iron. Wool is not really the greatest, but iron definitely works as a trade gooderino. Okay, we took the one province from Dahui that we care about. Though I will actually want to take that province, so I think we have to march over to their capital. Well, it would be very cool if the command gave us military access, but at war with ally. Oh, we actually war with ally. Oh, I guess we have to get the one defense out of this fighting. So how are we gonna go about that? We could definitely declare war. Wait, then again, no. Can we get military? We can get military access from full mana. So we can pick that up. And then I guess Bovauris, can you... No, they wouldn't give us military access. These guys would give us military access. So honestly, we can pick up military access and just walk into their territory. Yeah. Here, otherwise we have to waste a little bit of time chasing down some of these separatists. It's gonna be annoying. Oh well. Oh well. Also, I guess I did sort of start this fight, but I doubt there will be enough time today to finish it up. Okay, half-orc mercs. Sure, for the tolerance increase. Ow. The separatists lost manpower due to attrition, and now they can't even do anything. Oh, well, isn't that funny? Oh, shit, there was a army in the Aravquillan capital. I was not expecting you here. Sir. Sir. Can we talk it out? Call an ambulance. Not for us. Very much so, not for us. Yeah, well, the Aravquillini main army is rolling around again. Though actually, the vast majority of that are just mercenaries. Again, this is the up 10th time when I get surprised by mercenaries. They're just not good. They're really not that great. I think there are some nations in Anbenar which have bonuses for mercenary stuff. Well, basically like Switzerland-esque nations. But I think they're very much I know, only small portion of everything. Not all that popular as far as I know. Would you look at that? The independent army has separated itself. we can definitely do something about... Could you... Oh, the Enlightenment! The last century has seen rationalism and empiricism gaining an ever-increasing popularity among the great minds of the age. In letters, publications, or coffee houses, kings, scientists, philosophers, and literateurs are discussing the merits of tolerance, the scientific method, and the spreading of Enlightenment ideals to all humanity. From universities or courts of enlightened monarchs, expeditions are being sent to measure, catalogue, weigh, and map the world, so that we can better understand the laws that govern the things around us. Others discuss the laws that govern society, and try to reach an understanding of the rights of man. In Mesticardu, a colossal undertaking has begun in the assembly of a complete encyclopedia of all knowledge. The light of reason has now been lit, and many will not rest until it has been brought to all corners of the world. So did we get it or did we not get it? We did not get it. I guess that was just a gamble, because I guess Enlightenment can appear in a lot of places, and I think we had a lot of cities that did qualify for it, but I assume basically half of Canor most likely qualified for spawning the Enlightenment. So where the hell did it spawn? Oh, it's all the way over in Alliant here, actually. Okay. It does make... it does make sense that the Triarchy would spawn it. They are very smart. They are very smart people over there. How are they doing? Oh, they're doing very well. The Triarchy... Then again, I haven't seen the Triarchy not do well in a very long time. I think every single time I've seen them, they've been doing quite fine. So, okay, they got Enlightenment. Well, good for them. Good for them. Yeah, I guess somewhere inland in their capital. But at least with Enlightenment, it's not a big problem. It's... yeah, it's somewhere. It's spreading in a lot of our cities as well. Oh, except, okay, Parliament seat only gives a very minuscule amount of growth. University... Full innovative... Well, okay, it is, I guess, not as quick as I expected the growth to be. Yeah, a bit of a... honestly, a bit of a bummer, I will say. A bit of a bummer. Maybe I should have spammed... Well, yeah, looking at how many provinces in Canor alone can possibly spawn it, it's surprising that it didn't go here. Maybe I should have spammed actually some universities, but, well, I guess too little too late. No reason to worry about it anymore. But we can worry about building more... workshops and stuff. Or, well, primarily just upgrading some workshops. That also is quite good. All of you are very nice. Okay, a little bit of money spending once again. 50.3. Ooh, 0.88 ducats from an upgrade. And obviously this does also further feed into trade. So... okay, actually, oh damn, actually we're down to 900. Okay, enough spending for now. Enough spending for now. Okay, we can catch the independent army without a leader and only having infantry. Yeah, well, that's that wiped out. There goes a very large chunk. Very large chunk of the Arakwelini forces. Now, yeah, I guess Dahui is a bit of a problem. Oh, then again, I should be able to take that province if I don't do a separate piece. Yeah, I should be able to take this from them. Most likely how we're gonna do it. And okay, with this, basically the continental Aravquilin provinces will be all occupied. Then we just have to deal with the allies. That I sort of keep forgetting about. There's a lot to manage, dare I say. There's a lot to manage and I'm sort of disappearing in it all. And okay, we can start building the Herald's Wall. So this is the last big building in Jadanzar. Sure. Oh, well, I forgot to read. Does it still have the text on the province modifier? No. Well, it's a big impressive wall. It's a big impressive wall. What else do you need to say? It is a bit disappointing that you can't read the flavor text anymore once you click it. Okay, yeah, who was I? I was waiting for military access from these guys. They love us, which means our 3 of these armies can pass into the Van Diefen continental area. And oh, I guess I forgot since we... Oh. Okay, so right, because Muhakar was a tributary of Rakaz. We wiped out Rakaz, so we got Muhakar as a tributary. I do not care for them. Cancel that. Okay, so we will have to wait out a peace with them, but sure. And also, actually, since it is 1700, it is time for my usual screenshot. And actually, most likely also should just end here, because I feel I'm starting to make suboptimal decisions. So, screenshot for myself, since it's another century past. And yeah, I guess gonna be wrapping here up for today then. Again, in the middle of a war, but dare I say, this isn't much of an important one. The last few haven't really been all that impactful, just chomping away at smaller nations. And then yeah, next time... Actually, yeah, next time should be... I will see. Maybe I will already be here tomorrow. But maybe on Friday. I'm not exactly sure. I'll see how that turns out. But I'm pretty sure that I should be here at least one of those 2 days. So, yeah, that's about that. So, see you next time then. Bye-bye.